A message from our housing minister, Claire O'Neil. Have a listen.
Housing Minister. Boy, was it something. His big idea on housing is substandard housing for Australian on low incomes.
Are you suggesting that to afford housing, some low-income Australians will have to accept housing that is substandard?
Yes, definitely.
It shouldn't be controversial that Australians should be able to buy a home knowing that it's safe and decent for themselves and their families. That the walls of that home won't fill with mould, that the balcony won't leak, that the plumbing works. These aren't luxuries. The opposition's been asked, how should Australians cope with a freezing winter at home? The Shadow Treasurer had the answer for this one. He said,
some people call it putting a jumper on in winter.
You deserve a home that is safe and decent and built to last, and that's what our government is delivering for you.
Now, Claire, I know that you think you are the authority on absolutely everything, in particular housing, because obviously you have so many housing qualifications. I've got a little bit of a qualification as well. So I just happen to be a licensed builder and building supervisor. I've got a diploma in housing construction. So I know a little bit. I've built a few houses, a few multi-story developments, commercial buildings. Maybe I know something, just maybe. So let me tell you this. In Australia, the National Construction Code, the book of information that essentially every builder, every trade, anybody that touches a tool to do with housing supply needs to know and understand, is 2,200 pages. Do you truly think that any country, any builder, any industry needs a document of 2,200 pages to let them know how to dig a trench, pour a foundation, stick up some timber framing, put some bricks around it, and whack on a bloody roof? There is a reason why up to 50% of the cost of a newly constructed home is compliance costs and taxes and statutory fees. Because your government, the Labor government, loves to overgovern. You love to insert yourself in everything. And do you want to know why? Because you pull fees from everything. The unions, the corrupt unions that you're in bed with, pull fees from absolutely everything. Everything that you do is a cash grab. So simplifying the MCC, simplifying that book of rules that we have to rely on to build a house, doesn't lead to substandard structures. It leads to houses that are absolutely fit for purpose and, heaven forbid, affordable. You know what leads to substandard structures and housing? The floodgates in migration that you've opened that have allowed doctors and engineers to come here and pour foundations and put up timber framing and roofs under the NCC that absolutely don't meet codes and standards, because all the rules in the world don't mean anything if the people that you bring in could give two shits about abiding by them, Claire. That's the God's honest truth. So once again, I'm a builder. You're a career politician that knows absolutely nothing. Shut your mouth. Alex Money.